And tell me what you and your pair share partner talked about. What property is it that air has that allows it to push on something? Let me see a hand. Hershey, what do you think? Let me see a hand of somebody who has an answer.
Good one, Hershey.
That wasn't like, give me an amen, and everybody just goes, amen. It was like a, who was the answer?
We can see a hand. Ask Finney,
What do you think, Finney?
I said
Mass? Okay. What do you think, Kelsey? Do you agree or disagree? That's what you guys said too, Sama, Safi?
Right.
Agree, disagree? Agree? Any other ideas for what the property might be? Sasha, what do you think?
Gravity.
Gravity, okay. Any other ideas? So mass and gravity are our two big things. So remember, guys, what determines the gravitational pull that something has?
It's not a mass.
The amount of mass, right? So indirectly, it is gravity, but the main thing that determines that is going to be mass. So on your sheet of paper, you are going to write down the big idea, which is air has mass. Exclamation point. Okay? It's probably a good idea to write down this question, what property does air have? I would say that allows it to push, so you don't have to write as many words. What property does air have that allows it to push? Okay? And so that's the big idea for demo number one. Air has mass, therefore it has gravity. Earth is pulling air towards the ground, and it's pushing, creating a force on that piece of paper and the paint stick. Okay? And this is kind of a side note, but this is important with weather anyway. If air didn't have mass, Earth wouldn't pull air towards it, and we wouldn't have an atmosphere. Does that make sense? So going back to that concept that some of us had when we were little kids about the atmosphere being some magic line that's just up there somewhere
I thought that till
out in the sky.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and I thought that until I started teaching this class, because I didn't take this class in high school, and I should have.
What did
You
you
take
take
science in high school.
biology?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, because air has mass, it's being pulled towards the Earth, and that's what creates this great, huge layer of lovely air for us to breathe and have life here on Earth.
Is it like floating gas? Like it
There's
pulls
probably
over.
random, stuff out there, but just not enough to have a breathable atmosphere for us. Yeah, good question. Okay, so are we comfortable with number one? Okay, because of my flow today, I'm going to skip number 2, and I'm going to go to number 3, and then I'm going to go back to number 2. Okay, is that okay with you? Yeah, because I like number 2 better.
Yeah.
It's more fun. Although number 3 is pretty fun too. All right, so egg magic. Here is the situation. I got a flask. Okay, the flask goes here. I have an egg. They're kind of, I dropped these eggs a few times, so they're kind of dirty. But I have an egg. And I'm going to take a cotton ball. I'm going to light the cotton ball on fire. I'm going to put the cotton ball into the flask, so the cotton is burning. I'm going to, if you've seen it before, hush. I'm going to put the egg on top of the flask, and I want you to tell me what is going to happen to the egg. What's going to happen to the egg? Okay, so take a minute and describe what you think is going to happen. Okay? It is a hard-boiled egg.
What are you going to do to it?
I'm just going to set it on top.
Of the flask?
So the flask, though, has a burning piece of cotton in it, though. So I
Well,
set it on
burning
top,
piece
and
of
then
cotton.
what happens?
This is a very fun experience. I'll tell you why. Why?
Alex, you talk like a 7-year-old man. I'll tell you what. That's what my grandpa used to say. I'll tell you what.
My
It's
mom
better than a
says,
sharp stick in your eye.
my mom says